interesting that most of the intro played this time. And it's only Project Runway where this happens.
Wow.
I got to 2 on the timer this time.
I
No
saw the
other
whole
series.
thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. What better way to close out the work week than with some Project Runway, Lana?
We love a good Fashion Friday.
And this week we're actually filming it on a Friday, so it's pretty nice. But hello, designers. So welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I've got a big old cup of coffee today because it is a long day for your boy today. I've got some coffee cake creamer and some pumpkin cheesecake syrup going on in here today, just to change things up a little, a little zhuzh going on. It is hot today. We've hit 100. We've hit 100 in Tucson today, and because I can't have my fan on because it fucks with my audio, I will be having my beautiful fan that somewhat matches our beautiful teal silk charmeuse background here for this recording because that's where I'm at today.
Well, I hope that keeps you cool, and I hate that it's 100 degrees already, but it is what it is.
It's about to be June. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that it's not hotter.
True. But hello, everyone. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. I have some water here because hydration is important. And I also have my cup mug here because that's very important. And you can get your cup mug, Lana Beauty's Creation, at Etsy.com. That link is in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup merch, period.
Oh no. My cup mug fucked with my lighting.
Well, that's because cup mugs are very, very important. So they feel like they should take all the spotlight, not you.
And that's fine. But I have to take the spotlight because I'm hosting this video.
Yes, you are.
I mean, we both, y'all know what we do here. We both go back and forth when it comes to these videos. But we are back. It is episode 3 and 4 of season 8 of Project Runway. If you've not checked out our review of the first 2 episodes, go do that. Playlist is linked at the end of the video somewhere on this channel. All those lovely, wonderful things. But we are back. It is Project Runway refilled here on the Cup TV. Very excited to be back doing Project Runway because it is our beautiful, lovely, comfort series here at the Cup TV. I'm thrilled to be back. These were some damn good episodes. We got kind of the 2 ends of the Project Runway spectrum that I love. We got the good avant-garde, bring in the big designer challenge, and we got the unconventional materials challenge, 2 of my favorite challenges. I can't wait to talk about them with you today, Lana. So we're going to dive in. Yeah, we're going to dive into those. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things competitive reality TV. And actually right now, a little bit, not all competitive reality TV, because we are about to dive into Love Island season, baby. And they're giving us a double dose, and maybe by the end of summer, a triple dose of Love Island. Beyond the Villa, please wait a little bit. Please wait. Love y'all. Please wait a little bit. But we've got a lot of fun reality TV going on right now. We've got Destination X. We've got Genius Game. We've got Love Island US and UK coming next week. Very, very excited for both of those. As we gear up for the rest of summer, where we've got Big Brother. We've got a bunch of other really, really fun shows coming very, very soon. So stay tuned for those. In the meantime as well.
Is coming.
Yes, the snake is the other one I keep forgetting about, but I'm very excited. I'm very
to watch that.
I'm very excited. If you didn't check out our premiere recap for Destination X as well, highly recommend. It's a great format, lovely show. Highly recommend that as well. Make sure to subscribe as well here and across all 4 of our channels. We are trying to hit 1,000 new subscribers across all 4 of our channels by the end of the year, and your support means the world to us. We greatly appreciate it. We're just a little podcast trying to get by. Actually, no, we're a big podcast, and we're trying to do some big things this year. So,
Period.
stay tuned.
I
We got
mean,
a lot of fun. We got a lot of fun
and
stuff.
a lot of fun stuff. And if you did check out our premiere episode of Destination X, you might want to check out the exit interview that we have done from Destination X. We had the one and only Josh Martinez was here. Josh
No big
Martinez was
deal.
here. No big deal at all. So
No big deal. It's fine. A Big Brother winner. No big
bi-
deal. It's fine.
it's fine.
Fine.
Hello. Well,
Um, but yes, you can check out the links to all of those episodes here on the Cup TV. And in the description of this video, you can find our audio podcast links, the links to all 3 of our other channels, our Patreon, which will be ramping up for June. It's Pride Month. We've got a lot of fun things going on for June, gay and otherwise, because we support our allies like Lana. And our social media links, our merch link, all those are down in the description below. So make sure to check those out. But we pop back in. It is episode 3 after our double elimination where one of them was sad and one of them was not. And we pop into episode 3 and we find out party.
party. It's a party. Love
We
that.
are designing unconventional materials, challenge looks from a party store. Love it.
Love it. Love it. I'm
Love it,
here
love it, love
for
it.
it.
And Tim gives us the caveat that the judges do not want to see necessarily. The judges do not necessarily want to see looks made from tablecloths and other things that are akin to fabrics.
Right.
It doesn't mean you can't use them, Casanova.
It's just they would prefer you not use mostly that.
And this is one of those scenarios where I wish the early seasons of Project Runway had a translator. Honestly. Because that poor baby. Like, I genuinely do feel that, and I do feel like it was a language barrier thing.
Mm-hmm. I do feel like if you're going to have people on your show from other countries and who
Yes.
don't speak English is not their first language, you should definitely have a translator so they can be clear on the rules, so they know what they're doing, so they can have the same footing as everybody else. And it wouldn't have been that expensive for Project Runway, especially by season 8, to
Right.
have a translator on set for things like this.
But instead, Casanova loses half a day, basically, realizing that all he bought were tablecloths, and then all of the other designers being like, oh, you can't use that. You can't use that. That's not what Tim said.
That's not what he said.
So, like, at what point, and here's where my frustration comes in, at what point do producers come in and go, Casanova, you can use them?
Right.
Like, that's where my frustration sits in.
Right, like,
And you know who I'm going to blame in this situation? Gretchen.
Yeah. Because Gretchen is in everybody's business. Gretchen was in everybody's business and didn't even need to be in anybody's business.
For no reason.
For no reason at all. She's just like, well, I've won 2 challenges, so therefore I feel like I should be able to put my stamp in everything. No. 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 It what makes me laugh about Project Runway is seeing the designers how they just their whole personality changes throughout the show. And if they're winning or if they're losing, just watching the metamorphosis of their personality just shift throughout everything. And it's like we see people like Gretchen who had some early success and now turns into and feels like she can just tell everybody everything. She knows best and everybody should listen to her. Or then you have people like Casanova, who came in very confident about what he was doing, and now he's questioning everything and everybody. He's asking for help for this and looking for people's approval for everything. And people are leading him stray. Like
Yeah.
you can't like that whole thing that he couldn't use the tablecloths. I'm like, that's what Tim said. Tim never said you couldn't. He just said the judges don't necessarily
Want
want
to
to
see it.
see a whole look full of tablecloths. It needs to be innovative. It needs to be something
Yeah.
special about it.
Yeah.
And he's just and he Casanova brought some other things. He got plushies and and other things that he could have used, but
And destroyed before,
right.
yeah.
It was just wild. It was just wild to see that.
Yeah. It's, a bit of a mess, a bit of a disaster. This is where we really start to see, people sizing each other up as competition.
Mm-hmm.
We get the first big mentions of Ari as a big
Yes.
competitor in this episode. Love to see it. But
Love
the
to see
big
that.
storyline for Ari in this episode is that she's, struggling because she's only got a certain amount of this braided material that she
Mm-hmm.
bought out of these what was it, ribbons. It was this
Ribbons
ribbon
and things.
material. So she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm gonna make it work.
Right. You'll have to.
Because that's the whole
That's the
point of the
name
show.
of it. Make it
That is
work.
the name of the game,
It says so
point of
right
the
here on the
show.
screen. It says it right
Yeah,
there on our screen right there. Make
that's
it
why we
work.
have it on the screen.
Mm.
So yeah, most people are working, most people are doing their things. Eventually Tim does come in, explains to Casanova that he can use the tablecloths, thank God.
But like you said, a half a day is gone.
Literally a half a day is gone at this point.
And so now he has to just scramble and make something out of something.
Did you notice, and I don't know if this was the original edit or something, the edit of this episode was very choppy?
Yes.
Okay. And it was that
Yes.
way with both of these episodes. I was like,
Yes.
okay, the edit's a bit choppy. What are we
hiding? What are we moving?
I'm like, what? Like, did someone get edited out of this season? Like, I don't know.
I don't
I might
think
need to go
so.
do some research, but like,
You know what I think? I
hmm,
think what happened at the end of the episode and what happened at the beginning of the
oh, you
episode
think?
might have had something to do with why it was so choppy. Maybe it was talked about in the workroom. Maybe
Oh,
we
you
saw some.
think?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
okay.
maybe
That makes sense.
maybe it had some things to do with what was going on that they wanted to not show it, because if they would have saw, we would have had clues that, oh, something happened, but they didn't want to
Yeah.
show that. And
I
so
could
yeah,
see it.
I
I
can
could
see
see it.
that being a reason for it.
I could definitely see it. Yeah, because everything felt very, very choppy, very weird in this
Mm-hmm.
episode. Upon reflection, obviously now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If anyone knows anything in the comments, let us know. I would love to have some insight. But yeah, I mean, pretty much the rest of the episode is great looks,
Work.
lovely looks, wonderful looks. So I think we
Work,
should
work,
talk about the
work.
looks.
Absolutely. And I did not put it in order of the runway. It's just in order that I got the
Yeah.
pictures.
Oh,
And
the only
yeah.
other big thing to point out is that on runway day, Ari's struggling to finish their look.
Yeah, but people
So
stepped in and helped. Peach and
come on, April and Peach.
yeah. And that's as much
Come
as
on, Mama Peach.
this is not a social game, you still have to be nice to people, because if Ari was not nice to people, nobody would want to help them.
No,
Nobody would have been offering to help. If you are like
exactly.
if it was Gretchen, well, nobody will help her.
No,
Well, nobody will help her. It
no.
was but the fact that it was Ari and that they liked Ari and they saw Ari was struggling and they wanted Ari to
Everyone
finish.
was like, "Oh no, let's help. Let's get
Oh,
her
let's get
finished.
Ari. Like
Let's
April was
get her
like, "Oh, you
finished."
need something? You need help?" Peach was like, "You need some help?" They're like, "Yeah, love that, love that,
Love them.
love
Love
them,
Peach. Love Peach.
love
Love April.
Peach, love April, love
But
them."
yes, it's a party.
It's a party.
It's a party. Ow.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We're getting this one out of the way. Thanks, Lana. Oh boy, Casanova. I
Ugh.
agree completely with what Michael Kors said. the execution of the garment is
Mhm.
incredible.
Yeah.
His
It's
technical work is phenomenal.
it's the taste.
His taste level is through the gutter.
It's wild. But see, and this is the thing with Casanova. We saw last week he did something so pretty and elegant
And it
and
was
it
great.
was gorgeous. But then the week before that, he did came out with trash. And so he's so
Pole dancer in
inconsistent.
Dubai. Like, it's so, the inconsistency
The
is so, yeah.
inconsistency is crazy because we went from trash to good back to trash again. It's like, but like you said, technique.
Like,
It's a
all of that
garment.
ruching in the back, David, this is ruching.
Ru-
All of the ruching in the back,
I mean,
gorge.
it's ruffles and layers and all kind of stuff going on back there. And so I feel like
Work.
he got technique. It's just, did you need all of those ruffles? Did you need
No.
those ruffles going down the side into the pant? Like, no, you didn't need all that. But the technique,
Yeah,
great. He just needed to edit a whole lot of that off.
I
It
agree.
would have been fine.
I agree completely. I agree
But
completely.
yeah, this is not good.
Bad.
It's not good at all.
Bad.
I even like the plushy scarf that he did. Like, I
I do
like that
too.
element. I think that's
Yeah.
very cute. I think if he would have took off some of the ruffles on the side, chopped it in half, made the ruffles, made it into a mini dress, and put the ruffle at the
Yes.
bottom, perfect,
Yes.
great, good.
Like, this doesn't need to be a gown, baby. You don't need to
No,
make a gown for the unconventional materials challenge.
no, no. I mean, and if you are going to do it, you better do it darn near perfect.
Properly. We've seen great unconventional
Great.
materials challenge gowns. This
Yes.
ain't one of them.
This ain't one of them. Mm-mm,
No.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
No.
Nah.
Oh boy.
Oh, mm. Oh,
Is
Sarah.
this better than Casanova's?
I think so. I
I
think.
don't.
See, okay. I
It's the
think I agree.
classic debate of boring and safe versus over designed, but
But
with a point of
technically,
view.
right. And I agree with everything that they said about this look. I agree with
I do too.
everything they said about her look and Casanova's look. I
I
agree with
agree.
them being in the bottom. I agree with
Yeah.
who they sent home. I agree with everything. I just felt like, would I want to wear would I want to wear that, or would I want to
Or
wear
Casanova's.
Casanova? And I would wear that before I put on Casanova's dress.
I think I would wear Sarah's as well,
It would be
honestly.
boring. It wouldn't have any impact. It wouldn't have any splash. But at least people would be looking at me like, "What the heck is that?" As I walk down the street
Right.
in Casanova's dress. Nah,
Right.
I can
Yeah.
fade into the background with Sarah's dress. I cannot fade into the background with
And
Casanova's dress.
especially, but here's the other thing to keep in mind. Sarah had been safe at this
Yep.
point, basically. And
Yep.
at least Casanova last week, we saw something really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, I do understand the decision. I just personally
Yeah.
would have liked to see more from Sarah.
Yeah. I agree.
That's where I'm at with it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
the dress is not good,
It's not good.
but yeah. And the shoe choice, no. Maybe no.
Yeah, no, not a fan of that. It was so you took a boring plain dress and made it even boring. You didn't accessorize it. You didn't try to juice it up. You didn't do you gave us flat hair. You didn't do anything with this look.
No. Not even a little bit.
Not a little bit.
No. Oh, well, okay. Here's the other question. Why wasn't Miss Kristen in the bottom?
Should have been. Because
Well,
this
because AJ's was worse, let's be honest.
well, that's true.
But
That is true. That is
Miss
true. But
Kristen be skating through.
baby, it looks like an arts and crafts store blew up on that dress.
Oh, because we forgot to mention as well, the models came in halfway through the first day
Oh
with a gift
yeah.
bag. So everyone
Hmm.
also had to make an accessory. I think what saved Kristen here is her accessory is this bag is actually kind of
It's the
cute.
bag. It's really cute. And it
The bag
matches
is
the
cute,
top
and
of
I
that.
actually really like the top. The top
Yeah.
here is actually it's skirts for Kristen.
It
The skirts are
skirts.
always bad.
Yeah. She
The
doesn't
skirts
know
are
how
bad.
to make a cute
Skirts.
skirt.
Don't make skirts, girl. Make
It's just
pants.
tops and
Dresses.
pants. Tops and pants.
Don't make a skirt, girl. But yeah, the top, actually, the way she has all these cutouts and the colors in the top, I
Yeah,
actually really think is gorgeous.
I
But
agree with you. It's very cute, but
yeah.
and I do like the bag,
Oh, and the
but
cut of the cut of the top on the shoulder as well, exposing the shoulder, that's
mm-hmm,
stunning.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I see why she was safe, actually. The skirt's atrocious, but everything
Skirt's
else
a
is,
mess.
the length of the skirt is cute though for this
Good,
outfit though.
good length,
Take off
good.
the green. Take off the green.
Yes,
Actually, the more that the more that I'm looking at this, the more that I'm like, just take off the
take off the
green
green.
and it's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
Use the green as maybe trim on the top
Oh, or
or
green
trim on
trim
the bottom
just
on the
as
skirt.
yeah, just hem the skirt with the green. That's all we need.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There you go. And
There
it
you go.
ties in with the yep, that's all we need. Yep.
That's all you
We
need.
solved it.
Done.
Period. Michael D.
Okay. I didn't hate this.
No, I have one thing I would have changed.
Okay.
Either get rid of either shoulder. I
Mm,
don't like the two shoulders together, like the strap with the thick strap. I don't like the two
mm,
straps together. But
okay.
otherwise, I actually I like the skirt. I think the skirt is actually really effective. Here, I think he's actually created a really great shape. It's not perfect by any means of
No.
the imagination. But otherwise, like I don't think it's bad.
No, I mean, I understand why it's stiff. I would have not wish it was it moved a little bit more, but the material he used is stiff. But I do agree
Yeah.
with you about the shoulder. I'm like, if you're going to have this big piece on one side and then the strap on the other, one of them can go. One
And
of them can
I
go.
kind of want the thin strap to go.
Yeah, because it looks like that strap has to be there to hold the other side up.
I think it does actually, and I think that's
Maybe,
why it's there.
but yeah, I think.
If it's a functional strap, okay.
But I do like the color palette that he chose, and
Yeah,
I'm glad he didn't go all silver and black, and he got that pop of blue in there. And then the cuff
certainly.
is what he made. And I liked it. It was fine. It was good.
Certainly.
I didn't hate it.
No.
Oh gosh, Michael Kors and his lines kill me in this episode, and these next two episodes, because when he said the beads in the crotch look like her crotch threw up, and I don't. And I was like, oh my god, Michael Kors, shut up. But I agree.
I
Why would
mean,
you put all those beads right there?
Michael Kors has some of the best one-liners on reality TV, period. Like that's why he was on the show for as long as he was. Because he just
Oh,
has some of the best one-liners.
and I get it. He was like this. He ran out of material, and he needed. I would have turned that skirt around and made the beads come out
Turn
the
the
butt.
skirt around.
Yes, absolutely.
Make
Make
those beats
the
come
beads
out
come
of
out
her
the butt.
butt.
And I would have made a sick joke like, you know why the beads are coming out her butt. Oh,
That poor
ain't like
model, but hey.
poor model. But yeah, or put them to the side. Like let the beads come out the hip. Like,
Like this looks like a Barbie threw up.
yeah, it looks like a Dollar General Barbie outfit
I would wear
instead of
Sarah's over AJ's if I'm being honest with you. Like,
me
at
too.
least Sarah's was boring and safe.
Like I said, I could you will stand out. And if I'm wearing an ugly outfit and I know it's ugly, I need it to be ugly and invisible instead of ugly and out there. Those looks are
Absolutely.
ugly and out there, and people are going to comment about it.
Yeah.
Does the fit? Yes.
It
I
fits
think
well.
it fits her really well, but it's just god awful ugly.
Yeah. Peach kind of turned this.
She kind of rocked this.
She kind of ate this up.
She kind of ate
Mama
this.
Peach.
I
Mama
I will wear this.
Peach.
I would wear this peach. I will
Mhm.
rock this. As a like if I was a young
Mm.
girl in my teens and 20s, I would put that on. That's cute.
This is unique and different for Peach.
Love it.
Thank you, Peach. Love to
Love
see
it.
it.
Love to
Love
see it.
it.
I was very happy for Peach. This was a good look.
Loved it.
Good look.
Loved it. Doesn't look unconventional, and I love that.
Right.
Loved
Look
it.
good.
Could have been in the top.
Could have been.
I
I feel
might.
like I'm
I'm
like
gonna
y'all need to.
reevaluate once I see these top three again, but I'm gonna reevaluate here.
All I know is when Mama Peach is doing her thing, they should give her flowers because this good.
This 8,
This ain't. It's good.
period.
It's good.
This also 8.
This
I
was
love this from
good.
Ivy.
My only downfall for this, it looks heavy. It
Yeah.
looks like it weighs a ton. Her model is not that thick, and this makes her look thick, like in the waist and in her stomach. She looks thick and plump, and she's not. And so I feel like this was more of a like a Stepford Wives housewives dress. And it's not bad. I like it. I like the silhouette. It just made her look chunky when she didn't need to. But
I needed it nipped in
s-
just ever so
ever
slightly.
so slightly because
It's like that effect on Drag Race. I need it corseted just a little bit. Like it I wish, and I know this is a 1-day challenge, so I know this is a big ask, but I needed like a little bit of like a built-in corset.
right,
Like, and I know that's very difficult with an unconventional challenge, so I know that was probably impossible to do. But
right.
I need like a little bit of corseting in, or just like bring it in like half an inch in the seam, just a
Mhm.
little bit to kind of nip her in. There's a little bit there, and I'm seeing it there. But I just need a little bit more in. But otherwise, it looks heavy. It looks expensive.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah.
I liked it.
It was fine. It was definitely fine.
Michael Costello.
He gave us a flamenco gown made out of whatever the heck he made it out of, but it's fine.
I think it was like Lay's or like some of those materials. Like because a bunch of people like he had some of those, Mondo had some of those like big fluffy
Oh yeah,
you
those
know, y-
party
the party
inflate
big
thingy. Yeah,
streamer, yeah, those
yeah.
things.
I think
Um
this is a perfectly fine look.
Perfectly fine right in the middle for me.
Yep.
The only things I have a bit of an issue with are there's some like bigger textural issues in the middle and then towards the bottom
Mhm.
of the skirt that are just
Mhm.
a little bit off. So I would want everything to be a little bit cleaner and more sculptural. But otherwise, I'm not going to complain about this
Me either.
party. This is cute from Christopher. I ain't mad at this.
This is if somebody was wearing this down the street, I would not think that was came from a party store.
I agree completely. I was going to say the same thing.
It's
Like,
very pretty. It's very ready to wear. It's very
yep. Hanger
I
appeal.
like it. Very hanger appeal.
Hanger appeal was the word that was the phrase that came to mind to me. Like, I love the belt, the color palette, the accessories, the shoe here, matching
Mhm.
the belt, matching the hair, matching the accessory. Like, everything works here.
It was
It's not
definitely
the
good.
most groundbreaking
No.
garment, but
No.
it's a really successful ensemble here.
Absolutely. I think it worked and I wasn't mad at it.
No, not in the slightest. April. Hey, April.
Okay.
Improvement.
Okay. Very
I
much
like this.
it was a point of view. We got a little edgy rocker-ish
And
vibe from this.
that's what she sold to us. That's what we came to expect from her. We got that mess in the first week. We
Mhm.
brought it back last week. This is what I've been wanting to see from Miss April, and I like this a lot.
This was good. I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, work. I'm not mad at it.
All of this shoulder detailing is so
Yes.
cool. The asymmetrical, I mean, an asymmetrical with some like jagged edges, I'm usually gonna respond pretty positively to. I
My
like it.
favorite my favorite part is when she was trying it on the model and she was like, "Is it sticking you?" She was like, a little bit. It's supposed
A
to
little
be.
bit.
Oh, a little bit. Like she was moving away from it like, a little bit. Oh, trying to get my eye. Uh-oh. Oh. I was like, designers, please don't kill your models.
Designers, please don't kill your models.
Don't kill your models. But I like this.
I agree. Like Tim said, most people killed this challenge.
Yeah,
Like, this was a damn good challenge.
this is
This is
good.
probably, I would say, the best overall unconventional materials challenge to this point.
Mm, I think we had some really good ones
Overall,
early. Well, I don't remember every one. I just have to remember some in the beginning that I really, really liked.
tier list time.
Oh,
First 9 seasons. After we get through
first
season
nine,
9.
first 9 seasons, unconventional challenge. Work.
Patreon, stay tuned.
Work.
Bring in River. That's what we got to do. Bring in River for that one.
We'll see.
We'll
I
see.
like it. I like it. Write that down.
I'm not the world's biggest fan of this, and honestly, I think other people could have been in the top other than Gretchen.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm
It's
so
not
glad you
bad.
said that. No,
It's
it's
not bad.
not.
It's
No.
really well done. It's really well done. It's really
But
well
is it?
done.
But is it the most exciting?
No, and what
No.
throws it off for me completely is the boot. I think Christopher could have been in the top. I think Mama Peach could have been in the top. I think April could have been in the top. Why do we need Gretchen in the top 3 weeks in a row? We don't. The answer is we don't, judges. Now,
I thought this was.
is this cool though? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, she's top 5 in this challenge for me for sure, but we
Yeah.
didn't need Gretchen in the top again.
This was good. Like I liked the jacket that she made out of trash bags, and I like the skirt.
The
I like
crumpled
what.
effect on it too, when you get the up
Yeah,
close, is so cool. Like,
because it looked
it's
like a
really
leather
cool.
jacket. It looks good, but I have to agree with you. The boot throw me off because the boot is so big on her little skinny legs. It just looked like a big old. It just looks too big, and it looked like she was playing in her mama's closet, and she put on these big old boots.
And the color palette, like, why are we doing a camel, like,
Yeah,
why are we doing a camel knee-high boot with this otherwise, like, and I can say this on this channel, cunty look?
yeah, yeah,
Like, why are we doing a camel knee-high boot with this otherwise cunty downtown look with this beautiful cuff that she made?
yeah, yeah.
Like, I want a black stiletto shoe
Right.
with this look.
I think the things that she made, great.
Yes.
Her what she added, I love the cuff. Love the cuff. I think the cuff
Oh,
was
the
one of my
cuff is
favorite
great.
things. But
Yeah.
the boot just throws me off. It takes away the fantasy for
Yep.
me.
I agree. Like I said, I would have had Christopher in the
Or
top over her. I would have
peach.
had Peach in the top. I would have had April in the top,
Yeah,
honestly.
honestly.
Like, she has 2 wins. Let her breathe. Come on now. But again, gorgeous
Cool look.
execution of this look. The
Yes.
skirt, I love the skirt. The fact that she made chevrons out of all of this, like, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, there were other looks that I think were more inventive and were overall presented better on the runway. That's just
Right.
me.
I'm with you. With
But
you when
still,
you're
top
right.
5 in the challenge for me. Gretchen killed it. But other people could have had a top moment.
Mondo.
Not a bad showing from Mondo, but not my favorite thing Mondo's ever made.
No. It's
But
good.
not
I
bad.
love this skirt. I am a
Yeah.
fan of this skirt, and I like that he made it a super short skirt and then put those black leggings underneath
Yeah.
it so it's not vulgar.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this skirt. I wish the top was made of the same material as the skirt. I wish it was a
Oh,
whole
okay.
dress. I wish that was a whole dress.
I see that.
And it would just be that still that short, but give me the top of that in that
Okay.
material and then that
I see
black
that.
legging. Oh, and then put one of those rose things in her
Uh-huh.
hair.
I have an alternate actually to that, because
Uh-huh.
I see you on that, and I would have loved that. I want a black top with a rose
Mm.
in the hair.
Mm.
Because black legging, black top, pink skirt, rose in the hair, I think also would have been very effective here.
I can see
I
that.
like the transition of the light pink top with then the bright fuchsia with the black. I think that transition is very nice as well. His model kills it here.
She eating it up.
it's a good presentation from Mondo. Not
She
mad at all.
she looks stunning, by the way, though. Ugh,
She is stunning.
she's stunning.
Ian, I believe.
I think so.
Ian, I believe. Yeah. Ian kills it. I believe this is the model that Mondo has all season.
I believe so because I don't think anybody really wants to change their models too
This
much.
is not a model switching season.
No,
Everyone kind of gets their model from the start, and they're like, "Nah,
I
I
like
kind of like
her.
my model. I'm gonna keep my
Keep her. I'm
model."
gonna keep her.
Like
Right.
we all go with our okay. I'm gonna keep my model. You keep your model. You okay? We good. Yeah.
We're good.
I think Valerie did a great job in this challenge too.
This
So
is
good.
so good. These is all napkins, everybody. Everything on this is napkins, 100% napkins, and it looks so. Do you know how precise she had to be to block those colors in that layered form in the right way? She had to line that up perfectly. It is so good. I thought this was so good. Any other season, this would be one. This would have won. Any other
Yeah.
season, this would have been the top. This was it would have won. It would have won. I honestly would not have been mad at a double win here.
No, not at all.
I would not have been mad at a double win here because baby, they both ate this challenge up.
They
This
did.
was gorgeous. I think this is probably one of my favorite looks from an unconventional challenge. It's definitely in my top
I think we need to
5.
do the unconventional material tier list now for the first 9 seasons. Like I think it's a necessary
I think this is one of my top ones. This is so
yeah.
good. Like this
It's
is
so clean. That's
this will be
the number one word that comes to mind for me is it's clean.
you could wear this today and people will be
Yeah.
like loving it. It's classic, it's timeless. This look is good. It's so good.
I live. I just thought of the perfect guest to have on for that video. We'll talk
Okay.
about it. I mean, 8-1 down. Let that sink in.
Let that sink
Ari ate
in.
this challenge up. Ate this challenge up, baby. Now, come on now.
It's so good. The dress, everything made out of ribbon. And then she found those balloons in that gift bag and made a glove out of balloons. Baby, this screamed yes when it walked down the runway. Like, I knew from the second this walked down the runway, this was winning. Like, I was like, if anybody beat this, I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening anymore. What show am I watching if this don't win? So good. The detail, you probably can't see it in this in the picture, but the details in this
It's
dress,
incredible.
everything.
Let
It
that
gave me so much
sink
life.
in.
Let that sink in,
It's
baby. 8-1 down.
down.
8-1 down, honey. 8-1 down.
Ugh. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And that was the last one. So, we get Ari, Valerie, and Gretchen as our top 3. Gretchen didn't need to be there.
No, it could have
I'm
been 2 more
not
people.
fundamentally disappointed because Gretchen did do great.
Mm-hmm.
Who would we have put there, Lana?
Peach or April? I would have probably put Peach.
You know, I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna say Peach.
I
I'm
would have
gonna say
probably put
Peach
Peach in there.
here, just because it was so unique and different for Peach at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have had Peach as well. Honorable mention to April. Honorable mention to Christopher. I think they both did very well as well. But yeah, I think I would have had Mama Peach here. But
Yeah.
The win does go to our dear sweet Ari. Love it.
Love it.
And our bottom three, correct.
It couldn't have been nobody else but these three.
Not a damn other person other than these three. Even Kristen.
Yeah, even Kristen, because like you said, we like the top, we like the bag, and it
Yep.
was something that was good about that outfit.
Hem that green, girl.
Ain't nothing good about these three outfits.
Hem the green. But unfortunately, we lose Sarah.
Well, Sarah.
I'm like,
I
get
understood.
it,
I got it, but I was like,
no.
right. I was like,
But I don't.
Sarah.
But I don't want that.
You don't really want Sarah. Fundamentally, I should have been casting over AJ,
but no.
I no, I get it, but no,
But
no,
no.
I don't want that.
But no.
No.
But that's what happened. So
And it is what it is. We can't.
Yeah.
But and usually this is what we be like, let's move on to the next episode, but we can't because something happens at the end of this episode that
It certainly does.
all of a sudden we hear sirens. We see the paramedics rushing into Atlas, and we find out that Ivy has fainted. She has come off after the show was over. She came off the elevator and just fainted.
Yep.
And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh,
The fuck?
what?"
Huh?
And so now everybody's concerned because they don't know what's going to happen, if I was going to be okay, if she's going to be able to return to the competition, because they are going to have to take her to the hospital. So, and
Yep.
that's where we leave off, is the paramedics tending to Ivy. And then so we do go into episode 4, and we pick up right where we left off, where the paramedics are tending to Ivy to make sure she's okay. They do take her to the hospital. Everybody's concerned. But we do see later that evening she is released from the hospital after giving her some IV drips and dehydration. So she was dehydrated and definitely didn't take care of herself. Apparently, she hadn't been eating that day. She was too focused on the garment, so she didn't take care of herself. So she said
Yep.
that winning or going to the hospital, dealing with all of this, just made her realize that she definitely needs to take care of herself throughout this competition, because the stress of it all is always going to be pressure, but you have to maintain your, take care of yourself, eat throughout the day, drink lots of water, make sure you take care of yourself. But that just lit a
And
fire, and she got inspiration from the hospital.
great. And this is your reminder that hydration is important.
It's important. Absolutely. Drink your water, people.
Absolutely. I'm
Drink your
currently
water.
out because I drank all of my water. So I'm gonna have to go get some after this recording. But yes, so we move into episode 4. Heidi comes on the runway and she's very excited about the challenge, as she should be.
As
The
she
models
should
come
be.
out all wearing beautiful, wonderful hats, and we are introduced to, no big deal or anything, Philip Tracy. Oh, we forgot to mention
Betsy Johnson.
We forgot to mention Betsy Johnson. Oh
Yeah.
no, how could we forget Betsy Johnson? Oh, my queen, I love her.
Oh no. Betsy Johnson was the guest judge for the last challenge, the party challenge.
Yes. I love, she
Sorry,
comes on
Betsy.
screen. Sorry, Betsy. But I want to mention as well, she comes on screen, she does a little spin and goes, cartwheel. And I'm like, that's not a cartwheel, but I love you anyway, Betsy. I love her. I love her.
Betsy.
Put Betsy on everything. I love her. But yes. Philip Tracy is here. No big fucking deal or anything. Just Philip Tracy.
I mean, who makes these incredible, most magnificent hats? Like, hello?
Transcends, Project Runway. We've seen so many Philip Tracy inspired things on Drag Race as well. Yep. I love Philip Tracy as like an art inspiration, so gorgeous, incredible, stunning. But we find out that the challenge for this episode is that each designer is paired with a unique avant-garde Philip Tracy hat. And the designers have to make a look based off of the hat that their model is wearing.
Hmm.
How
How
cool!
cool is that?
This is like
How
one of
cool
the
is that?
coolest challenges ever to this point. Like, I would love to do this
Oh,
challenge.
absolutely. If I can make a garment, I want to do this
Yeah.
because I'm inspired by this beautiful, crazy avant-garde hat that's
Oh,
beautiful, and I get to make a design to fit that. Yeah, give it to me. Sign me up all day. If this
yeah.
is my thing, sign me up all day.
Yeah. I love this challenge. I think it's so fun. Overall, this challenge hits everyone kind of like a ton of bricks.
Yeah,
Everyone is feeling the pressure, even Gretchen.
yeah, yeah.
The overall theme of the challenge is I'm nervous.
We also forgot. We forgot to mention the scuffle up in the work the in at the end of the last episode between AJ and Gretchen when
Please.
Gretchen was talking and they were trying to talk to Ari, who won the challenge, and Gretchen was like, "Oh, let me tell you why I feel like this," and they were like, "We're trying to talk to Ari," and she was like. But let me tell you why I said it. And they were like, girl.
Girl.
And AJ was like, and she's like, can I speak? Can I speak now? And they're like, you always talk. You always talk. And so she's mad and she's getting up. She's like, I understand you're just upset because you're in the bottom. She's like,
Girl.
girl, everybody was looking at rolling their eyes at Gretchen. We had a lot of people, even at the beginning of the episode when they were getting ready to go to Atlas, talk the boys' room. Gretchen was living rent free in their brains because they were dogging her something fierce.
And then later on in the episode, I love that we get after the full first day, it's what Gretchen, Ivy, and I forget who else is in that room. Hold on, I'm gonna
I think
look.
it's Valerie.
It's Valerie. Yeah, it's Gretchen,
Hmm.
Ivy, and Valerie in that room. And they just go back to their room and they're just talking shit. And Gretchen's just like, I don't know. I just don't think he knows necessarily what's modern and fresh. And I'm like, do you?
Do
Well, the
you
judges
know?
told you you do. So, yes, actually, I think you do.
Oh, it's so wild. It's
Yeah.
so wild.
Yeah. This challenge is fun. Like,
Yes.
I think it's very, very fun. Everyone's on edge. Everyone's, there weren't that many big moments in the workroom that stood out to me. I don't know about you, Lana, but like
Mm.
it's just tense. Everyone's kind of on edge. They're doing their thing.
Michael C is feeling it in this episode. He is
Yeah.
going through. He's like, he's not liking his fabric. He's not enjoying the vision that he had. And then the walkthrough with Tim only made it worse because Tim was like, "Yeah, this is not good. You need to fix it. You need to change it up, make it work because this is not good." And Michael is stressing. And
Hmm.
then we had on the other side where Kristen is like, I want some feedback. I'm always safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. And I
Hmm.
want some feedback. And
Yep.
I really would like to know where I am in this competition. Da 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 da. And so it was
Well,
so interesting to see the juxtaposition of how everybody was reacting because everybody thought that their drama was great, except Michael C. He was like, I don't really know how I feel about it until he had time to step back and come back together and was like, okay, let's look. I see what now. I see it. Let's work with it and let's do it. But it was interesting to see how people like with the walkthroughs when Tim was walking through and was giving people feedback. It was interesting to see who took it and who didn't because like Tim told April he wasn't feeling the way her look was going, and she was kind of like, I kind of love it, I live for it, blah blah blah. And then you had like when he told Michael C that, Michael C was like, yep, I agree, I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna fix it. So it was interesting to see the people who took the advice and who didn't take the advice and where they ended up on the runway.
we certainly saw it, and I
Hmm.
think we should talk about it.
Hmm.
Hats off to your mom. That's not what the title was, but I like
That's
hats
not
off
what.
to your mom. But
Sure.
April in her diaper.
Her diaper.
Yeah, she
It's a
got a
diaper.
diaper, all right.
It is definitely a diaper. Because that's all I see. That's all I see. I know she's trying to say it's a futuristic swimwear. Baby, I see a woman in a diaper and a hat on. As Michael Kors called it, the triple panty. A
Not
triple
the
panty.
triple, not the triple panty.
A triple
Oh,
panty.
let me not mention Heidi Klum's fabulous Philip Tracy hat as well.
Mm-hmm. It was
That beautiful tree branch situation.
with the
Loved it from her.
rose.
With
And
the
then we
rose.
had her husband at the time singing her on the runway. I hear a kiss from a rose on the tree.
I forgot about them for a second, and then I was like, oh, well.
We can see a kiss from a rose on the tree. Ooh. Yeah. I was like, oh, yes, this was when Heidi and Sia were happy.
That brief period of time when they were
Oh,
happy.
I mean, it wasn't brief. They were together for a minute.
They were together for a minute,
They
yeah.
were together for a minute, but
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
got 2 or 3 kids out of that.
They sure did. Um, and then she went on to make some music, and he went on to not make any music anymore.
And
Yeah, this is not great.
it's the hat don't go with this outfit at
No,
all.
no,
I don't know what she was thinking with that.
no. But
Bad,
bad.
bad. Oh, worse.
Just as bad.
Just as bad.
Great hat though.
Love the hat. She could have went. Okay, I was screaming. I was like, why didn't you go with the white fabric instead of this black fabric? Go with a white
Exactly.
fabric and a little bit of that yellow neon that's in the orchid, and then just go from there. It would have made more sense. It would have made more because that's a happy flower, and you put on this dark, sad fabric. It's just it doesn't work. And then
It
again, look at the skirt. Look at the bottom of that dress. What is that?
bad.
What is
Bad.
that? You
Bad.
wanted feedback? You got it, girl.
I'm literally watching it walk down the runway, and
Bad.
I kid you not, it cuts to Heidi, and Heidi's just like, her eyes just go, and I'm like, yep,
Bad.
that's about right, Heidi. That's the
That's,
moment we all realized that Kristen was going home.
yeah, it was bad. It was
Sorry,
bad.
Kristen.
Sorry,
Love
girl.
the
That was
hat though.
bad. Love that. It had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But
Good job, Philip.
mhm.
I like this, actually. I didn't mind it from Ivy. I didn't mind this all too much.
I guess this is the inspiration she got from the hospital because it looks so sterile and
Yeah.
boring and nothing. What you want in a hospital. Very clean, very uh sterile. Like it's this is so boring. And you got this beautiful fascinator hat. This could have gave me some good angular movements with this dress with that hat. Absolutely. But this is so
Yeah. I
first so
here's
boring.
my thing. I see that. I do agree with a lot of that. I don't mind it actually because I like having a simpler garment with
Hmm.
kind of this like hat as the, as the star piece
Focal
here.
point. Hmm.
I don't like the boot with it. I think the boot kind of stunts the model overall. I would have liked if we're gonna go with this because I actually really like the wrap top. I like the skirt. I think actually, like construction wise, it's really good. I would have liked pops of pink. Like if the wrap had been pink, if there had been like a pink hem on the skirt, I think incorporate the pink a little bit. But actually, construction wise, I'm not too mad at this outfit. But I do agree with you. It feels a little sterile. It feels a little safe here.
A
But I'm
pink,
not.
the
Yeah,
belt could have been pink.
that's what I'm saying. Is like the wrap, have the belt wrap be a little pink, have the sleeves be pink, maybe. Like
Maybe.
color block it in that way, maybe something. I
Maybe.
just need a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is pretty good from Peach,
I
actually.
think this is simple. It is. I don't think it's a whole lot going on. I don't think it goes with this hat. That's my only issue. I'm
That's
like
fair.
that. The hat itself is so big and extravagant, and then she gives us this pinkish dress, little slip dress. I think she could have pushed herself a little bit more.
I agree.
Uh, but is it horrible? No. But I feel like she could have pushed herself a lot more.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I wish there had been some sort of black and white element. If the straps
Yes.
were black and white, if the trim was black and white, something. I like the mix of patterns though. I actually like the black and white pattern with the hat, with this kind of like floral print that she's got going on. I think that combination is good. Overall, we're back to safe for Peach. I'm not too mad
Right.
at it.
Right.
Gretchen,
And I did not like this at all, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't blame you.
I I did not like this. I was like, what is this? And I get what she was trying to do, but it just didn't work for me. I feel like that hat was way too beautiful and extravagant and pretty for this look. Like,
I see
what
that.
is with her and these thigh highs of whatever? Like
I
these
don't
thigh high
know.
fabrics, these thigh high boots, these thigh like everything she has to do as add a thigh high to it. It's like what I do like is I like the top because it goes really well with what got with the feathers thing situations you got on the hat. I like the top. I feel like this is too casual for that hat. That's
Yeah,
way too casual for this hat.
I agree with that. I see the motifs she's going for here. I see the energy of the garment. I see the point of view given the hat she got. But I agree with you. It feels too casual. I want this to feel more avant-garde than
Mhm.
it does. Yeah, this like feather on the belt feels a little out of place. Um, I don't know. It's not bad, but I'm glad she was finally safe.
Right. Right. But
Not
I
bad,
kind of,
AJ.
I kind of like this. I was like, good redemption, AJ, because
Great redemption, AJ.
I like the polka dots with this
You know
hat.
what it
It's
you know
something
what it's
different.
giving me? It's giving me Kentucky Derby.
Yes,
It's
it's
giving me
giving
Derby
me
days.
Derby,
It's
very much Pretty Woman. Remember Pretty Woman when
very
she went
pretty
to that?
woman. Yes. Like
Hmm.
all I needed her to walk out with a mint julep and go bet on like horse number 3 named, I don't know, Thundering Mountain Lion. I don't fucking know. Like, you know how they have all the horses have the
Hmm.
weirdest, stupidest
Hmm.
names. But like
Hmm.
that's the energy I got from this, and that's the energy this hat gives as well with the chin,
Yes.
like the chin
Yeah,
strap
the chin
underneath.
strap.
The energy of this,
Oh,
I
very much Kentucky
I
Derby.
loved this ensemble. AJ, great redemption, great bounce back. The length of the skirt is great. I love the polka
Great.
dot. I love the
Hmm.
belt, like the proportion. Even this almost like asymmetrical shoulder
Yeah,
situation. Like it worked for
it
me.
worked for
It
me.
worked
It
for
worked
me
for
very
me.
well.
I
Yeah.
liked it. I was like, okay, AJ, I see you. Good redemption. Good bounce back.
Right. I'm like,
Good
all
bounce
right,
back.
AJ. Work, baby. Good for you.
Okay.
Christopher.
What did you think?
I'm a fan.
Me too. Why
I'm
this
a
was
fan.
anywhere near the bottom, I have no freaking idea.
I don't
If
get
I
it.
ever disagree with the judges before it was on this look, I
I don't
thought
get
this
it.
look was stunning. I was like,
Uh-huh.
this is so good with this hat because this hat is giving me punk rock, like
Uh-huh.
mohawk kind of style. And Christopher just added on to that with this silver and this black. I thought this was a real, I love what's going on with the neck. I love the way this jacket and the legging. I like this look. It should have been nowhere near the bottom.
I don't
Nowhere
get
near
it.
the bottom.
I don't get it. I think the combination of fabrics here is great. I love the boot here. The scrunch of the pant almost works here in an interesting way. Like, I think it works. I don't get it.
I was so mad at that. I was like, y'all bet not send this man home for this. Y'all
No.
bet
No,
not.
there was a clear elimination. We remember
Well,
Heidi went.
yeah,
We
yeah.
knew who was going home from the moment the runway happened, so it was fine.
But he shouldn't have been in the bottom at all, in my
No,
opinion.
not even close.
Shouldn't have been in the bottom at all.
Is it
Mm.
even numbered episodes for Casanova or something? I don't know,
It's
but baby,
good. With
Casanova
this
ate one
hat,
down here.
he ate
Casanova
one
ate one
down
down
with
here.
this. This is so good.
Honestly, honestly, can I say something maybe controversial but brave? I think Casanova maybe should have been in the top. Like, I
I
don't
think he
know.
should have been in the top two.
He's
I definitely
definitely
think
up
he
there.
should have been in the bottom. I think he's probably my top five for sure.
100% top five. Like, this hat, this was my favorite hat also.
Mine
No,
too.
top two. Top two. There's one other hat that I was literally obsessed with, but this hat gives me so much good energy, and the garment is so simple, but so effective here. Like, this is
Because this
exactly what
hat
he needed to design.
because this hat is such a statement piece, he didn't need to do too much to the garment. He just needed to make it pretty and fit. And that's what he did. This was gorgeous. This is one of those simple black dresses that you will pull out of your closet week after week after week for any different occasion.
I agree. I agree completely.
So
Gorgeous.
good.
Gorgeous work. Gorgeous work. I'm gonna reevaluate who was on the top three, but this ain't one down.
Yeah.
Michael Costello ate one down.
I like this, but I wouldn't have had him as my winner.
Ooh,
I wouldn't have.
I
See,
see
I
it.
like this hat, but he wouldn't have been my winner. This is
All
cute.
right.
I like it. I like the fabrics that he chose and how he made it work and how he, layered it and all of that stuff. I think this goes perfectly well with this hat that was, that he has. Visually, this looks beautiful. I like
Mhm.
the way this is looking and how it's presented. But he wouldn't have been my winner.
Well, maybe I agree with you.
Mm.
I'm gonna reevaluate after I see everyone because I actually don't know because I think a lot of people were very, very good in this challenge. Like I
Mhm.
think everyone left was very good in this challenge for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
I love this hat as well. It's a great hat. I like the bunching of the fabric here. I love the belt tie. I think it flowed so gorgeously on the runway. The movement of the garment was so good. I think he did knock it out of the park for me.
Mhm.
I maybe do think that there were one or two others that were better, but I'm gonna reevaluate after I see everyone else.
Mhm.
But he ate with
Yeah.
this. Finally, I was really happy to see him get a good moment.
Mhm.
Even if I didn't necessarily agree with him winning, I am happy he got a winning moment, all things considered, because I
Mhm.
liked to see him get a good breakout moment here. I don't love this. It's not bad, but I am going to officially say I think Casanova should have been in the top over Valerie.
I can agree with
Officially.
that.
Officially.
I think Valerie did a real. This is a good look. I don't think this is her best
Yes.
look. I think if we're gonna put her in the top, it wouldn't be for this one. It should have been last week, which she was in
I
the top
think
four. But I think it should
exactly.
deserve a double win last week. But I feel like this is just a good, cute. I think she had the most challenging with just that mask. Like
Yeah.
I felt like she got shafted with just a mask. Like she should have got a hat. But
Yes.
I think this is a perfectly fine look. It's safe. It's cute. It fits well.
Yeah,
You could see somebody wearing that today, and you
yes,
wouldn't look sideways at it. I think this is
I
a
agree.
perfectly good dress.
I agree with
Just,
that.
I don't think she should have been in the top though.
I agree. Yeah, I think the overall ensemble is good. I agree with you. You know, she's done better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I do think Casanova should have been on top over her.
Mm-hmm.
Cute for Mondo.
She's
I
so
don't get it with the
cute.
hat though.
I mean, I wish it was more red was incorporated in this look,
I wish the
but
top was red instead of purple.
yeah, I like this look though.
Or actually, I wish the top was green. Complementary colors.
I just think this
Totally.
is. I think I. I think the way this look is so Mondo is it's so Mondo.
It
It's
is.
so
Yeah.
Mondo and it's so cute and I gotta like it and appreciate it for Mondo. Would it have been in my top? No. But it was still a cute it tailored very well. It looked so good on her. Like one
Oh
thing
yeah.
Mondo know how to do is sew a look and
Oh
tailor a look.
yeah.
It's so good. It's fitting her like a glove. So good.
Oh yeah, she ate this up. Like he ate this up. She ate this up on the runway. The pants fit beautifully. I love the pant detailing with the pockets. Like it's so good. The top is the only thing that throws me off because I don't get the red of the hat with the purple. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only thing here for me. But another beautiful ensemble from Mondo. So hey,
Mm-hmm. Work.
I ain't too mad.
Me either.
Ari ate this up. Ari ate this up
Love
for
this
me.
hat. I don't love the outfit.
I love the outfit.
It's giving me to First Lady
And see with
at
this
church.
hat, And see, with this hat, I actually don't mind that energy.
I don't mind it because this is what I would see at any convocation or any convention with on Sunday morning. First Lady will wear a hat like that and then an outfit like that. But for me, for Project Runway, I want more.
Okay,
But it's
I see that.
cute. It's
I see it.
cute
No,
though.
yeah,
It fits beautifully. And I like the silhouette. I just feel like I want a little bit more with this hat.
that's fair. See, I love the energy with this too because we got the little reveal, the little peekaboo moment when
Hmm.
the coat came off too. I
Yeah.
think that energy was so good. This bright electric fuchsia, I think, was
The
such a
color.
gorgeous choice here as well. And then
Yeah.
having the bra cups being in the black as well to at least have some reference to the hat. I loved this ensemble. I absolutely loved this ensemble. I'm gonna have to just completely reevaluate who my top three were, if I'm being honest with you, because Ari ate this fucking shit up. I loved this. Loved this. Ah,
Okay.
mm, mm. This was my other favorite hat from Michael D.
Mm,
I love this hat. This hat is so stupid. I love this hat.
I love this hat. I'm not sure if I like this look. He
I'm
would not
on
have
the
been in my
fence on
top
this look.
three. He
You
would not have been in my
know?
top.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
certainly a look.
It is a look.
It's one of the looks of all time.
The hat's great.
The hat's great. Yeah, I like that we have like I love that because the hat is symmetrical. We went with this symmetrical energy for the look. Like I think that
Mm-hmm.
energy is good. I like the top. The skirt throws me off.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
structure of the top I really like. I like this very thin belt here.
Mm-hmm.
I think more than anything it's the color of the skirt.
Maybe.
Because everything else is so muted. And I think he tried to pull it in with this like red orange lip. And I do appreciate at least trying to pull things together. I don't
Mm-hmm.
dislike it. It's definitely still like upper end for me, but I don't think it would have been in my top five either or top three either.
I don't think it would have been in my top three. But it's the
No.
hat. The hat's great.
Yeah. I need to reevaluate here for a second. I'm gonna scroll through them here real quick. See where my Okay. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
who my top
Mm-hmm.
three are.
Me
Okay,
too.
great. So then in that case, let's talk about who the top three were. The judges called the top three as Valerie and the Michaels.
I wouldn't have had none of
Um,
them in there.
I wouldn't have had none of them either. Who is your top three then, Lana?
It would have been Casanova.
Same.
It would have been Christopher. 'Cause
Okay.
And AJ.
Okay, me too. So I would have had Casanova, AJ, and Ari. Ari would have been my other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mention to Michael C. Michael C would have been my
Michael
fourth.
C would have been probably fourth.
Yeah, Michael C would have been fourth.
Fourth is for me and Ari. Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Christopher probably would have been my fifth in that case.
Yeah.
Then. But so many people did great in this challenge.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mondo. So many people did really well in this challenge. Shout out to Gretchen even. Gretchen did really well in this challenge too.
No, I didn't like
Valerie
Gretchen.
Gretchen did fine. Valerie did well in this challenge. Michael D did well in this challenge. Ultimately, they give the win to Michael Costello, and I'm not too mad at it because I like Michael Costello.
Right. I'm not mad at it.
We got his backstory. We got to hear about his dad and how his dad didn't get to catch a fish. I'm not too mad for the storyline of the season for a Michael Costello win. So, hey.
I'm not mad. I'm not super upset about it, but I'm like, I wouldn't have picked that, but not mad at it.
Exactly.
And then we do have our bottom three. And our bottom three was April, Kristen, and Christopher. In what world is Christopher? In what world is Christopher at the bottom?
Who should have been there? Not Christopher, but... Oh, no. Dare I say it? No. But she would have been low safe for me. Peach?
Probably.
Oh.
Probably.
It still wasn't bad, though, but probably Peach.
Probably Peach. It was just...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be honest, I probably would have put Gretchen in there. Or Ivy.
Really?
I thought they were boring. I probably would have put
that's
Ivy.
Fair.
Because boring.
Okay, that's fair. I think I maybe would have put Ivy over Peach, because at least Peach had a point of view.
Right. Ivy's just sterile.
But we all knew who was going home from the moment Heidi went. So, sorry, Kristen
girl. Unfortunately, y'all know I like to root for everybody black, but when they wrong, they wrong, and that was ugly, girl. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You can't root for ugly. Can't root for ugly. I can't. And that was ugly.
Yeah, no. It's like, no.
Bro. No.
They said, we are not going to we said Carson is the only black woman we're going to let succeed on Project Runway in the first 8 seasons.
I mean, wait, we had Kato, right?
We said Carson and Kato are the only black women to succeed in the first 8 seasons of Project
I'll say
Runway.
Kato made it to the finale, so...
Apologies. How dare I forget Kato?
Please don't forget Kato.
Oh, never. We will get to talk about her again
very soon.
Seasons, I think.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
Look,
if we continue this thing all the way through, we'll talk about her a third time.
Woo. Yes, we can only let 2 black women succeed in 8 seasons. But also they've been the only ones, that have been good enough. No shade.
And we've had black men succeed and get far.
Yes.
Just not black women.
Yes, but that is where we're going to end off for today on this occasion. But we'll be back next week with episodes 5 and 6. What do we have? We've got a group challenge and something else.
Yeah, I think it's all I know is a group challenge. I didn't go fast.
A group challenge, and I remember. Bridesmaids. I remember this challenge.
Okay.
Make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We'll be back next week with episodes 5 and 6 of Project Runway. We've got a ton of content here on the Cup TV and across all 4 of our channels, so make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and make sure to check out the description where you can find our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So, in fashion, one day you're in, and the next day you're out, and we are out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Make it work, designers. Cheers.
Cheers.